Rock 108. Hey, it's Ned, and what a beautiful, sunny, humid, death-defying day here today here at Rockfest. And I had a friend of mine that gave me the opportunity to chat with a band who recently just came back just a couple of years ago, Drop Dead Gorgeous. And I was like, of course I'm going to take that opportunity. Why not? So how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Warm.
Yeah, me too.
Sweaty. You know,
Yeah.
we were just kind of talking off the air essentially. You know, you're trying to find time because I just heard that you guys aren't doing any major touring or anything like that, just kind of doing one-offs because we're busy being family people.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got 2 kids and Jake has one, and so.
Yeah, just how old are they now?
I have an 18-month-old and a 6-year-old.
Oh my God, you're in the trenches.
Yeah.
You're in the trenches of it, man. Yeah, I've got a 5 and 3. And even just trying to organize time to come and do this kind of thing, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to even get, I mean, just to give you an example, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, meet up with my parents who live in Michigan, in Joliet, Illinois, bring kids to grandparents so they can go, have time with the grandkids. Drive up to Milwaukee, meet up with my friend who took the ferry over from Muskegon, Michigan, over to Milwaukee, pick him up, drive up to Godot, Wisconsin.
That's a lot.
This is what we do as parents.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we can ensure that we have a little time. So, Drop Dead Gorgeous back, of course, a couple years ago. I got to ask that ever so popular question. What brought you back?
Man, I mean, everyone asks us that question.
Of course, I know it's a pretty
really,
stereotypical one.
It's not really one specific thing, but
Sure.
we were kind of just like thinking about it for a while. Kind of like got that itch.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's something about like around 20 years-ish makes you kind of like want that nostalgic type of thing. And I like broke my ankle, so I had the time finally to like really put it together, because when you're like trying to reform after 15 years, there's so much that has to happen. Like I couldn't even I hadn't screamed in 15 years, and it took me like months to figure out even how to do that again.
Yeah, you got to retrain yourself essentially. Yeah.
It's not really like riding a bike.
No.
So I had to figure that out, and then when you get older too, man, like your anatomy changes. It's like you kind of have to figure out how to adapt.
Yeah.
I can't just like scream my head off like when I was 18 and not suffer consequences,
Yeah. Well, I mean, even think of like bands, like there's a lot of bands out there these days, like let's just go super classic rock in this case, Kiss, Journey, whatever it may be, that are still out there doing it at 75, 80 years old, whatever it may be. And like you said, you kind of have to retrain. Like Kiss out there was doing it with the big armor and everything like that, and they started realizing like, oh my God, like we're not 18 anymore, guys. How can we continue doing this essentially? So obviously coming back, it feels like, I don't know, about a couple months ago, I had the opportunity to visit my very first house I was born in, essentially. And I assume that same way when you're kind of reintroducing yourself back into music and relearning to scream, relearning how to do that. Again, not a cakewalk. It's there's this nostalgic feeling, and it's funny how it's always a 20-year gap, essentially.
Yeah. There's something about it. It's like every time, like we have our old album is a 20-year anniversary this year, and I don't know, it's just something. I mean, fans really like the 20-year thing, the 20-year mark, and like just gives you perspective, because like when we were younger, we'd kind of had our fill of touring.
Sure.
The industry kind of chews you up and spits you out, especially if you're younger, and we kind of like started at an interesting time where like social media and MySpace was really taking off, and then it transitioned into Facebook, and that kind of like hurt us because MySpace was our thing, and then it transitioned, and that was before Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. So, and
there's so much of it now. Much of it. Did you ever have an AOL Instant Messenger account?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Do you remember what your Instant Messenger name was?
No, I don't, because it switched a lot. It usually depended on like some band name or something, or some lyric. The way message was like a lyric or whatever.
Some late 90s, early 2000s. I remember mine was The Man 49321.
Yeah.
You had to throw your zip code in there or something. I don't know.
Of course.
But it was interesting around then, because I was definitely of that era as well too. Just the MySpace before Facebook, whatever. And I remember there was one called Zanga or whatever you had, and the rise of those MySpace bands. Let's just call it that, MySpace bands. And nowadays you have to have all these social media channels. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. Like, I think about when we were doing it, and we were like kind of like really, we were kind of the equivalent of like a TikTok type of like influence, like artist or whatever that kind of just has a quick rise, you know. And like we just kind of knew how to leverage stuff and like how to like post bulletins, and we knew all these little tricks to like do that. And like we're so out of date now, like we have no idea how to do any of that. And like it was easy back in the day. That's all you really had to do. Video wasn't really a thing.
No YouTube yet.
No.
You know, or if it was in the infancy of nothing. There was no music videos on it. It was just some guy petting a dog.
Yeah.
You know,
it was crazy. Like we had videos on YouTube before it was even monetized. Like there's some website before YouTube, I forgot what it's called.
Hundreds of them, I'm sure, at that time.
Yeah.
I remember
like we'd get like millions of views on a thing back then, and you didn't make any money off of it.
Right. It was just post it and hope to God someone looks at it.
Yeah.
You know, and you didn't know. There was no algorithm. That wasn't even a word.
I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
Apparently there was probably a little bit back then. I don't know, but.
Do you kind of miss the infancy of that internet culture?
I do.
Yeah.
I think that it's like just having like a camera 24/7 and posting like stories and feeds and whatever. It's just like I think it's a little too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked in our favor when we were young. We were able to like get some record deals and do all that and like kind of bypass like the 5-year span of touring.
Yeah.
We kind of did it the opposite way and then went on tour. But you know, it's like you rise really fast and then you kind of figure out how to maintain it and like what it's all about. And record labels were like changing,
especially in that time, man.
Big time. Like we started off on an indie rise and then we got on a major, and we just kind of learned like the stigma of the major. And
well, nowadays too, with when it comes to labels or indies or whatever it may be, there's just so much new music being thrown at you left and right, whether it be on Spotify, YouTube Music, or something like that. And these algorithms essentially, well, if you like this, well, then you're gonna like all these as well too, you know. And the internet tells you what to like because it read you today.
It's kind of like making everything kind of sound the same.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like singularity. It's like all just kind of like turning into the same thing.
Yeah, it's like if you like Godsmack, well, clearly you're gonna like Papa Roach. It's like, okay, what about the other bands? You know, the ones you have to really kind of dig for. And I imagine, especially with newer bands nowadays, I mean, you guys are kind of the guys that've been around for a while, but you know, reintroducing. That's a good point. Like reintroducing a band that was in those times and coming back now. I mean, is that a little bit of a challenge on your end, I assume?
Absolutely. 'Cause you have your like fan base that kind of like they can't help it, but they want to kind of hear like what they fell in love with and like whatever that sound was. But then they, you know, from our perspective, it's like 15 years later, you can't just put music out that sounded the same as it did 15 years ago. Now it just doesn't really fit in. And so we're kind of trying to battle that, but also not completely lose like our sound.
Yeah.
But it's always like a journey after 15 years to try to like figure out what does Drop Dead sound like in 2026?
Yeah. I imagine that's a lot of bands, man, especially ones that have been doing it for 30, 35 plus years. They're like, how do we continue to stay fresh in this music insanity of just so many different sounds and so many different ways to approach it, and releasing a single album versus just the singles. Yeah. You know, so many people just want singles because, you know, that's what sells essentially.
Yeah, it's crazy. That wasn't really a thing.
No.
Like EPs was like you know.
That was like the one track, you know.
Smallest format was like an EP, but yeah, nowadays it's all about singles, and it's weird trying to do an album. You know, because like a lot of fans and labels just aren't that interested in it as much anymore.
Sure. So you're not selling cassette singles, is what you're telling me?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's, you know, I think for the fans, they like the albums, they appreciate it. If you've already like earned that fan base and everything, but for new listeners in today's day and age, it's like not only do they not really want a full album, a single's pushing it, they want like a clip.
Sure.
They want like 20-second clip.
So they can throw it on an Instagram video.
Instagram and it goes viral or whatever. It's so different than it used to be, you know?
There's a few bands that have become essentially TikTok viral, and like, oh, how did you build your crowd? TikTok. And it's because people kept posting their 20-second clips, and then people eventually go find that song. It's a whole unique music distribution system, essentially, you know?
I mean, I think in theory, like, people like will post a clip, and then they post the next clip, and like, so you kind of like piece it together and give the fans the whole song. So I mean, in a way that's kind of cool, but
it makes you think too, like, are people in that case writing music specifically for that reason in that case.
Yeah,
like,
this
one's gonna go TikTok,
I think they might, honestly. And then, like, I mean, I think some artists, like, they just, like, throw everything at the wall and you can see what sticks. With modern production, you can pull that off. It doesn't cost a lot of money to record stuff like it used to, so.
Absolutely,
you record a 20-second clip, and you're like, should I even finish this song?
Right. It's like, am I making just royalty-free music at this point?
But, like, people, like, if they don't love the 20-second clip, then you don't waste your time finishing it, I guess. But that, like, as an artist, like, it's really discouraging. Because, like, before you even get started in a song, you're already getting feedback. Yeah,
of something that you don't even know if you want to keep going forward with. Like, I guess it's going to work.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like writing. It's almost like you're writing with your fans, right? In the same room with you in a way.
Right. And it's like you feel that judgment maybe.
So they're like writing it for you almost in a way. Like
and it's like, do I want that kind of feedback on 20 seconds?
Yeah.
It's like, don't maybe get the whole song and see what it's all about. Man.
Or an album,
Or an album, yeah, exactly. So what's obviously, I mean, you guys had the show tonight here at Rockfest, headlining the final show of this stage over there, I think at the Boneyard or up top, I forget where you're at. One of those two.
Yeah, the Boneyard.
Boneyard, yeah. Well, I mean, Sid's coming back just a couple of years back and doing it up again and trying to find the balance of family life and band. What you guys up to next?
We have some festivals for the rest of the year. We got Warped Tour Long Beach next week, which is going to be fun and hot as well.
Yeah, you was back in the good old parking lots,
Yeah, and that asphalt and everything.
Beautiful. Your shoes melting to it.
I'm just glad I'm not in the crowd because I can't handle that heat anymore. But
no, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, we have like in September we have Aftershock, which is up in Sac.
Oh, yeah, that's a fantastic event.
That'll be good. It won't be super hot, I don't think.
Yeah,
and then we have Orlando Warped Tour in November. So
on Amazon.
This motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him later. But it's like all the stuff on Amazon. That's Lou Brutus and Randy, everyone, just FYI. Anyway, so that's awesome, man. So you're keeping the festival circuit going, and it's cool because, when you came in those times, I mean, the Vans Warped Tour and all that, and and that went away for a bit, and now it's back again. Maybe it's that nostalgia thing again.
Yeah.
Making its full circle way through, man. Well, dude, such a pleasure, dude. Thank you so much for taking the time, man. It's nice meeting you as well, too. Drop Dead Gorgeous, man. They're back. Check them out on the festival circuit, and who knows, maybe we'll go back to those MySpace days.